All right, the Detroit Lions get good news, and man, this is interesting because we start looking around the NFC North, and let's be real about it. Let's just talk real about it. So here's the good news: is that Jaire Alexander left the Packers and signed with the Ravens. So we knew that he was leaving, but when he signed with the Ravens, it was kind of like cool, kind of like put that to bed that he's not going to go back to the Packers or anything like that. Not that he was going to, but oh yeah, it's like, all right, so that made me think, let's look at what the Packers have defensively. Let's look at their roster, because I don't think we spend enough time looking at other teams. We look at ours, we're so focused on what we're doing. And it's like, all right, we know that the Bears got better. We know that the Packers possibly got better. We'll look at that right here. Here's their depth chart. And the good news is losing Jaire Alexander puts their secondary in kind of an interesting spot. Now, what you have to remember is that he did not stay healthy very often. So they were in this spot a lot, but they didn't really address the secondary, knowing that he's always hurt, and then they lose him anyway. So this is really good news for us, because we know Rashawn Gary, I used to think he sucked. I'm a Michigan fan, and I just thought, I didn't think he was that good. As good as first round pick, the whole thing. He's good. Unfortunately, he's good. Their defensive line, good. Lucas Van Ness, we're not sure quite yet. Linebacker-wise, above average. So it's like, crap, good defensive line, good linebackers, but then there we go right there is their secondary, not good. You take Xavier McKinney, Evan Williams, they have okay safeties, but Nate Hobbs and Nixon are going to be their corners. Kalen King, Javon Bullard. That's huge. So let me know in the comments which team outside of the Lions, which team in the NFC North kind of do you think finishes second in the NFC North? Assuming the Lions finish first, who's going to give us the most trouble? The Packers, another good news is that Jordan Love, we don't know what he is. And so I don't think you can say that he's great. I don't think that you can say that he sucks. You can't say either of those. I think you have to be like, I'm not sure yet, because we saw him a little clunky. He's gotten injured. He's been okay, been really good. And you're like, oh crap. Then it's like, no, throws some just brutal picks. The thing that I go back to is that the Packers offensive line, PFF has ranked their offensive line top 5 in sacks, pressures. So he doesn't get pressured. He doesn't face a lot of things. So CJ Stroud and the Texans, he struggled. Why? Because his interior offensive line was terrible, and you just kind of can point to that. With Jordan Love, it's like he gets good protection. He's got good weapons. I feel like he should be better, but then he's always nicked up. He's got a little bit of this. So that's great news for the Lions, is that I just don't think Jordan Love is outstanding. But I don't think he sucks either. I mean, right? Not enough's been out there. So let's hope that he's not, this third. I think there was like a 6-week period where it was like, oh, crap. They just went from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love, and he's going to be outstanding. I think it's pretty clear he's not going to be up one of those guys, and that's okay. I mean, that would be just insanely crazy if they had 3 consecutive Hall of Fame quarterbacks. But that's fine. They don't want him to be that. They do, but they want him to be really good, of course. But I don't think we have to worry about that. So let me know in the comments, and we'll do the Vikings and the Bears as well. Not in this video, but we'll do a little bit more deep dive, because, again, you look at the Packers' offense. Again, offensive line's good. Wide receiver, Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden, rookie, Romeo Dobbs. These guys are all about the same makeup, Christian Watson injured. So solid receiver room, but I'm not terrified of their receivers by any means. Running back, Josh Jacobs is really good, except when he plays the Lions. When he plays the Lions, we stop the run. Yes, he's scored on us. He's had some runs for sure. I mean, he's a really good running back, but he does not scare me. He does not scare me. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on this as we look at the Packers. We went from not being able to beat them, especially at Green Bay, to no problem. We're just beating them. I mean, they got us, was it last year? 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago, Thanksgiving. But we've won 3 out of 4. I think we've won like 6 out of 7. That's been the best. I think that's been the best thing about Dan Campbell era is beating division rivals. Vikings, I want to say we've won 6 of 7. Bears, we've won 6 of 7 or something like that. Like we've lost one game to each of them in the last like 3 years. I should have looked it up before I started blabbing, but it's really good, and I love that. Another good news is that Aiden Hutchinson, I think as we went through minicamp, OTAs, a little bit of this pre-off-season stuff, as we take this break and now we're going to go into training camp, he is 100% back. Not 100% back, sorry, but he's 100% working his way back. He can do full go. He's doing everything he needs to. So, man, if Aiden Hutchinson is back, then our defensive line's awesome. If he's not, our defensive line's okay. He's that good. Basically, he's that good. Another story came out that the Lions almost hired Brad Holmes 20 years ago, but as a scout, but then he ended up going to the Rams. Then he was there for the next 18 years, and then he obviously comes to the Lions after that. But I didn't know that. It's kind of an interesting thing. And then he said this right in his presser. He says, how's everybody doing? For my second interview, I hadn't been to Allen Park facility since I interviewed here to be a PR intern. This is right before I ended up being a Rams PR intern. So it's really funny how everything became really got full circle. So those were those first words at his press conference that he was going to – I didn't know that at all. So that's really cool. And I don't know if you've noticed at all, but Brad Holmes has been doing some podcast interviews over the last couple of weeks here in this dead time. So that's kind of nice. Appreciate you, Brad, for talking a little bit. But he's kind of talking about his history of in the league and getting to know people he's gotten to know and how he got in the league and how he's worked his way up. Really cool story, and we're lucky to have him. Holy crap. We are so loaded offensively. Jahmyr Gibbs, can't wait. I mean, he could be in that, again, Barry Sanders isn't just another, like, you don't even see anyone close to Barry, but he could be the closest thing we've seen across the NFL, not just on our team. We haven't seen anybody even close. I mean, Amir Abdullah. Yeah, right. No, Swift. Oh, can't stand Swift. I can't stand him. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.